Then I read in a couple 100 pages into The Alchemist. Here's my problem with Paulo Coelho. He says nothing. He literally says nothing. There is no quote. If I go to any quote for Paulo Coelho, it means nothing. I'm literally writing Paulo Coelho quotes. Nothing. They mean nothing. Paulo Coelho quotes, "You drown not by falling into a river, but by staying submerged in it." What the fuck does that even mean? There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Okay, you're stating the obvious. There's no wisdom here. Remember that wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. Okay, you're basically saying do what you're passionate about. You're not saying anything. So, I love you because the entire universe conspired to help me find you. That's fucking stupid. You love somebody because the universe told you that helped you find that person, therefore you love them? That doesn't even make sense. You're supposed to love somebody and you prove it by overcoming everything the universe does to stop you from being with that person. This is literally the dumbest shit I've read in my life. One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving. Wow, what an amazing sentence. Nothing was said. You put words in a sentence that said nothing. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. Wow, are you a 13-year-old girl on Instagram? Because that's as deep as it gets right there. Waiting is painful. Forgetting is painful. But not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering. No, cancer is more suffering than not knowing whether you should wait or forget. This is stupid. This is dumb. This is absolute. There is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. And I'm not reading these quotes in advance. I'm literally reading them. I've read through all the fucking, look at this. I'm reading off of the goddamn thing. Look, it's right here. I'm not picking quotes. I'm literally reading all of his quotes. When a person really desires something, all the universe conspires to help that person to realize his dream. You just said in this fucking quote right here. Where is it? You dumb idiot. Where? So I love you because the universe conspired to help me find you. Then here you say, when you really love something, all the universe conspires to help that person realize their dream. What is it? What is it? Is it because you love someone the universe helps? Or is it because the universe helps you love someone? Make up your goddamn mind with your stupid quotes that mean absolutely nothing. He says, when you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. Then he says, when a person really desires something, all the universe conspires. It's the same sentence. He said it in different ways. I have never met a man who says nothing with so many words. With so many words. Look, I'm going to find something right. The two hardest tests on the spiritual road are the patience to wait for the right moment and the courage not to be disappointed with what we encounter. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. He doesn't tell you about how to have the courage not to be disappointed. He doesn't tell you the value of having the courage. He just says, these are the conclusions I have made. And then we're supposed to be like, wow, I'm going to put this on a quote over my bathroom so when somebody's pissing, they feel inspired to put out all their urine. Now that she had nothing to lose, she was free. Yani kol khara. I'm sorry, in Arabic, literally, because saying eat shit doesn't mean anything, okay? It doesn't mean anything at all. But in Arabic, kol is just, it really says everything. Yani hashtag falsaf. And I see somebody saying, Mimi03 is saying philosophy is very much like his writing. That is completely incorrect. Philosophy is a beautiful subject because philosophers take something and break it down. In fact, the philosophy of logic is an incredible subject matter for anybody who would like to study about taking arguments and put them into mathematic formulaic terms. So you remove all of the emotion from them and then you prove things in a formulaic form, then convert them back to text, and you can have better arguments that way. Philosophy is incredible. Philosophy deals with life's biggest questions: motivation, willpower, is there a God? Paulo Coelho would take the question of, if there is a God that is all-powerful and all-knowing, is it possible that there is something that God can do that he can't do? For instance, could God create a rock big enough that he couldn't push? If I say yes, he could, then I'm saying there's something God can't do, which is push that rock. If I'm saying no, he can't because God can do anything, I'm saying there's something God can't do. So I'm saying God is limited. How do you deal with that? That's where philosophy comes in. They come in, they break down the argument, they do this stuff. Paulo Coelho would take that and say, to be God is to be next to God, for being God is godly. And then people be like, oh my God, Paulo Coelho, your books mean so much to... And that is the end of my rant on Paulo Coelho. Case closed, suitcase filled with clothes. This topic isn't about Paulo Coelho today, but something infuriates me about Paulo Coelho on such an intrinsic level that whenever people start quoting Paulo Coelho, I'm just like, man, there are so many other people out there that write stuff of substance, and this guy keeps getting... And by the way, none of the stories that Paulo Coelho writes are his. They aren't his stories. He retells stories poorly. They're folklore. The Alchemist, all of these stories are old stories that he heard when he was a kid, and then he rewrote them poorly with terrible wording. I'm very passionate about reading. Paulo Coelho is an affront to the literary world, and he needs to be stopped at all costs. And that just means stop publishing him. That's all I'm saying. You know what? Let the man live. But it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Okay. I'm done. And if you guys didn't get it, I don't really like Paulo Coelho.